I always wanted to go into the business world because I grew up in business world, and when you live in a family where they only talk business day and night, either you run away from it or you embrace it. I was one of those that embraces it. My daughter runs away from it. I can tell you now she got into the art world, but for me, I always wanted to get into business, and it was something that was in my genes. I was able, fortunately, to create a product like IPL and fulfill my dream only for one reason. It's because of the background I came from. I was able to experience multiple businesses, start multiple businesses across different sectors, which gave me an insight into creating this league. First business I got into, I was training at Philip Morris. From there, I got an opportunity because I was working for a gentleman who happened to leave Philip Morris and become president of Disney. And he comes to me and says, "You worked under me. I think you're a young, enterprising man. Wouldn't you like to start the Disney business in India and as a partner?" I said, "I'd definitely like to do that." I started with the licensing and merchandising business with Disney. I got into the television business with them. That highly diversified company allowed me to wear multiple hats as an entrepreneur and start multiple businesses with them. Ultimately got me to launch a sports channel, ESPN. I started to interact with different sporting bodies because we needed the product for our own networks. The more I learned about them, the more I learned the deficiency in the system. And that's what led me to create the IPL as a product. I don't know if anybody knows this, but the IPL was $100 we started with. And $7 billion, it was $3 billion in year one. Investment in, I started IPL with no money. I bought everything on credit. I sold everything in advance cash. And so we had a cash surplus and from day one. When you make a business plan in any business, you're happy if you hit 30 or 40% in different parameters. In IPL, we hit 400% in every parameter, and that was surprising. When I say every parameter, fan following, broadcasting, ratings, advertisers appreciation, ticket sales, experience at the match. I only had 2 employees in the IPL, but I had hundreds and hundreds of the best people in the world that I would hire for 3 months to 4 months prior to the tournament. Over the years, I learned that if I can't afford to hire them full-time, if I can get them part-time, why not? And I conceived the IPL in a manner, in every aspect of it, not only from the employment HR part of it, from every aspect of it. It's quite different from everything else. It's quite unique in the model that we set up. As an example, I'll give you. Around the world, teams spend billions of dollars building these mammoth stadiums. Very important, without doubt, for the game. But I looked at all sports and I found the balance sheet. A majority of the teams having one red blotch, and that was the depreciation of the stadium. And on the cost side, one big red line, that was the cost of the stadium. I said, if I could create a franchise system and build something but then that didn't exist, that would be appealing. Can you imagine somebody owning a franchise which is worth a lot of money and has billions of fans, hundreds of millions of fans, but he didn't need to own a stadium? And that's what I did with the IPL. IPL teams are not allowed to own a stadium. The second biggest red line in any balance sheet in sporting league you will find is the player cost. And I capped that in the IPL. And I went and I said all teams have to be equal, but they all can only spend so much money. I developed something called the auction. It never been, and it was criticized in the media saying, how can I be, you're treating people like, cricketers like cattle. How can you take them to the auction? But they don't understand. I said in one manner, they will get their true value through an auction system. And number two, it will allow all teams to be equal and they'll be all unpredictable. The tournament will become unpredictable. The minute the tournament becomes unpredictable, the ratings will go up When the ratings go up, the fan bases will go up. So I take pride in creating the IPL, and for me, um, it was 1 in a billion shot, without a dot. I had the media against me, the broadcasting industry against me. I had um, the advertisers not ready to come forward, but I knew one thing, that the people in India were passionate about the game, and I knew for sure if I could take their passion and give them something that is entertaining, fulfilling, and at the same time competitive, I can't go wrong.